Empires have fallen, religions have been replaced, the city itself has changed names. But the dome of the Hagia Sophia has withstood it all. Built in the 6th century as a Byzantine church, it was for centuries the world's largest Christian cathedral. Almost a millennium later, it was converted into an Islamic mosque during the Ottoman Empire. But in the 1930s, it was turned into a museum under the founder of the modern Turkish Republic, Ataturk, a symbol of the new secular state, inclusive of all religions. Since then, it has been a meeting point of many faiths, but held by none. A place where popes and presidents have come to pay their respects and marvel at the architecture. But religion is a tool for President Recep Tayyip Erdogan. He has overseen prayers in the museum and raised its status at local election rallies. As you know, they converted the Hagia Sophia from a mosque to a museum a while ago. Now we hope to be able to call it a mosque again after the election. Islamic groups have fought to pray at the Hagia Sophia, angering neighboring Greece, which says the building is part of its Orthodox Christian history. UNESCO has warned Turkey its conversion to a mosque could violate the World Cultural Heritage Convention. A flashpoint of religious and national struggle, whatever its future, the Hagia Sophia will remain an icon of Istanbul.
And standing by in front of the Hagia Sophia itself is our Istanbul correspondent, Julia Hahn. Julia, tell us about the importance of this building and what's at stake today with the court's decision.
Well, just standing here right in front of the Hagia Sophia, looking at it, it really is an architectural masterpiece with an incredibly interesting history, a cultural landmark for both Christians and Muslims. And it attracted nearly 4 million visitors last year. And these are probably reasons why there is always so much attention, especially from abroad, whenever there's a debate here in Turkey about this building's future. And there have been many such debates in the past. Now, today, Turkey's top administrative court reviewed another challenge to the Hagia Sophia's museum status. It was brought forward by a Turkish association that claims there is a problem with the legality of the 1934 document by which it was turned into a museum by Turkey's state founder Mustafa Kemal Ataturk. They say there's something wrong with that document. It needs to be ruled invalid. Now, as we learned from Turkish media reports, the court earlier in the morning had a short session and came up with a verdict, but they won't announce the verdict today, but say they will publish a written statement sometime within the next 15 days. Now, there is a lot of speculation why they don't make their decision public, but what I can tell you is for sure this debate surrounding the Hagia Sophia will continue, it will go on.
Well, let's talk a bit more about the politics of this. President Erdogan is a conservative Muslim himself. He supports plans to change the Hagia Sophia status to a mosque. Why is that important for him?
Well, you could argue that Istanbul already has more than 3,000 mosques, including many representative ones. So the city doesn't need another mosque. But it's not about this. The Hagia Sophia is the ultimate symbol of the Muslim Ottoman conquest of Christian Constantinople. And Erdogan knows that. He is known as a politician who uses religious and nationalist symbolism to draw support from his conservative voters. Why is this issue coming up now? Many critics say he's trying to divert attention from other pressing issues. The coronavirus crisis has hit the Turkish economy hard. His approval ratings, including those of his parties, have dropped. So the Hagia Sophia, from that perspective, is somewhat like a political joker card Erdogan plays from time to time.
Well, if they change the status into a mosque, what kind of international reactions can we expect?
Well, that would be hugely controversial. It's safe to expect a lot of criticism from the Orthodox Church, from Greece, Russia. Yesterday, U.S. Secretary of State Mike Pompeo has urged Turkey to maintain the museum status here of the Hagia Sophia. He called it a place that is considered a bridge between cultures and religion. So a transformation of the museum into a mosque would certainly come with a lot of risks, especially on the international level. It might help Erdogan domestically for a certain time. It might be somewhat like a triumph here domestically, but internationally, this could turn into a problem for him.
DW's Julia Hahn at the Hagia Sophia in Istanbul. Thank you.